Hello?
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it. This is, and I want to just say this. Look, we get guests on the show. Sometimes it's some true bottom of the barrel nonsense going on here. But then once in a while, we get a shiny quarter of a guest, a top notch, a top shelf guest, the good stuff. And that's what we've got tonight. Holy moly. We got, because the other thing, half the time I get these people, they're on the decline right now. They're on the decline. They're like when you'd see, it's like Bruce Dern, an army of Bruce Derns calling up. You know what I mean? They're like falling apart. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm surprised you still remember who I am. We, in terms of getting somebody on the skyrocket going up, it's like hen's teeth up in this piece. But tonight, we've got Sarah Sherman. Sarah Squirm is on the show. How are you tonight, my friend?
Well, let me tell you what. If I was famous, my ticket sales would be looking a lot better, Tom.
Okay, well, I guess we're getting right into it. That's maybe not the way. Maybe not the way you sell tickets is to say that nobody's buying them. It generally you're supposed to go.
A famous person is calling. Really? That's news to me.
You're supposed to go. What you're supposed to say, Sarah. And can I call you? What should I call you, Sarah, Ms. Squirm, Dr. Sherman? What do you want to be called?
Well, you can call me Sarah's fine.
Sarah's fine. I'm going to call you Sarah because you're on Saturday Night Live. You're known as Sarah Sherman, but when you're in the community, you're known as Sarah Squirm.
I clock into work, put on my hat as Sarah Sherman, sort of a normal sauce.
Sure.
Kind of a normal sauce situation. And then I clock out of work, take my little hat off, and then it kind of goes and I let loose on the town.
Yeah, and that's how you do it, huh? Then you're Sarah. Yeah, that makes sense. You're supposed to say, yeah, I got dates. I think there might be some tickets available. I mean, I think they're sold out, but there might be some seats. I don't think there's tickets available anymore for them. You can check. Good luck to you.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Tom, just for a second. Let me just check my paperwork really quick. Can I carry the one? I'm going to flip a couple pages. 2, 3. Yeah, we're looking at a bunch of empty seats coming up.
Okay. No. Okay. Well, look, our friend Sarah Squirm is taking her talents to the Western Hemisphere, and you could see Sarah live. I'm looking at these dates. You did Milwaukee already? You got to do Washington, D.C. is the next one. June 25th, Washington, D.C. Well, just let me say the date, Sarah. Maybe this is why you're not selling tickets. June 25th, Washington. You're talking over me. I'm trying to give people information for the tickets. June 20th. Oh, you did it again. What I think you want empty seats the way you're acting.
Yes.
I think you want to be like, see, nobody's here. What did I tell you?
Yeah, I'm Jewish. That's what I want to suffer.
Don't pin it on anything other than I had this one guy, Sarah. I got into an argument with this one guy. I'm not going to name his name. Let's just say he's a middling talent in the music industry. He got in an argument with me over a thing, and then he said to me when he tried to take a step toward me to calm things down, he said, "Hey, I'm Sicilian. What do you want me to do?" It's like, well, that's a huge cop-out. Because if that's the way it is, what do you just, I'm Sicilian, I can't help it. I am Italian. Part of me is Italian. I don't run around screaming in people's faces and go, hey, what do you want me to do? I'm Italian. That's just who I am. No, you're a jerk that happens to be Sicilian.
You're going to have to tell us exactly who and what.
You'd never. Look, this guy couldn't get, this guy could show up at a NAM convention and people wouldn't even know. They'd ask him, people would be asking him where the men's room is. Nobody knows who this guy is. He's a loser. I sound like Donald Trump. Nobody knows who this guy is. He's a total loser. June 25th, Washington, D.C. July 15th, Portland, Oregon. July 16th.
Sold out, by the way.
Oh, that is?
Well, the freaks have bought tickets in Portland, but the suits in D.C. haven't.
The suits in D.C. Look, I have a feeling the word gets out. You're going to look out there. You're going to see Dianne Feinstein. You're going to see Ted Cruz. You're going to see all your favorites out there that you're going to be like, pop a pimple on your forehead at us.
Exactly. And by the way, that is in the show.
Oh, I would hope so.
Absolutely.
July 16th, Seattle, Washington. July 20th.
Sold out
again. The Maniacs. You're popular in the Pacific Northwest. July 28th, Houston, Texas. Is that one sold out?
No. Texas is looking a little scary, let's just say.
July 29th, Austin. That should be one of your cities.
Well, apparently not.
Well,
they've turned to, keep Austin weird. More like keep the weirdos out of Austin is what they're doing to me.
Yeah. Keep the weirdo. Just one weirdo. Now here's an intriguing date on the calendar. August 1st through the 13th, London. What's that all about?
Well, they don't very much care to buy tickets.
Right? You're gonna do high tea over there with them?
I would love to if I could afford a spot of tea with all the tickets I'm not showing.
Okay. This is great. September 14th. Squirm Comes Home, Los Angeles. September 14th.
Sold out.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't see that. I was going to... I'm not going to ask for the list.
Well, if you ask nicely, you can come in.
Okay. Well, where is it? Were you playing the Crypto.com arena? That one?
No, Zebulon.
Are you at Zebulon? Are you playing the show at Zebulon, or are you hosting the dance party that starts 90 seconds after the show ends? You go to Zebulon. I go see Steve. I go to Zebulon. I see Steve Gunn play. He plays the most beautiful meditative set I've ever seen. They're unhooking their.
I don't know who Steve Gunn is.
Sarah, I'm talking to the audience. I'm not talking to you. I'm saying you got to assume. Look, Sarah, when you do Saturday Night Live, are you playing to that room with people watching from the worst viewing angles possible, or are you playing to the millions of people at home? And also, for people who don't know.
You know me, I'm playing to the back of the house.
You're playing to the back of the house.
I'm playing to the back of the house.
Well, I don't know if you know, there's people at home watching on the television that you might want to make a play for. September 15th.
And I'm not, because by the way, I'm screaming. I don't know if you can tell on the show, I'm screaming because I'm playing to the back of the house.
Yeah. They have microphones there now too, you know. They have microphones. You should take advantage of that technology. So you go to Zebulon, Steve Gunn, they're unhooking their pedals, and then suddenly a dance party starts, and there's 23-year-olds on stage irritated at these 100-year-old people who are not 100-year-old people with their dumb guitars getting in the way of their dance party. Zebulon's got to add in a 15-minute grace period. That's my advice to the people at Zebulon.
Absolutely.
God bless you. Greatest venue I've ever been to. 15-minute grace period between the concert and the dance party. That's all we're asking for.
You know what? I agree that it is the best venue.
I do too. That's why I said.
I do agree.
That's why am I a liar? Am I a liar? Do I say things untruthful?
For the listeners at home, for the listeners at home,
Yeah.
if you want to do a comedy show,
Mm-hmm.
what you want is is all seated so people conserve their energy for laughter.
Mm-hmm.
You want low ceiling so that energy doesn't get lost skyward. It gets directed straight towards the performer. You want ice cold air conditioning so that you're not expending energy sweating. You're using all of your energy to be kind of paying attention to the joke.
Mm-hmm.
And you want the stage just a little bit higher than your eye line, and that's it. And that's the perfect comedy show setting. And let me tell you what, Zebulon, ceiling so high, it's an airplane hanger, not a chair to hang your hat on, and boiling hot. And yet it is the best comedy venue, in my opinion.
Oh, look at that. I guess somebody hasn't done a show at the Laugh Factory yet.
Okay.
Someday.
Well, I actually have.
Do you think if I keel over, I croak, do you think I make that board outside the Laugh Factory?
Oh, yeah.
Keep
you
God,
get to be on the comedy floor, Paul.
make God laugh. Where it always says like, where they're like, oh, Dom Herrera passed, and Dom Herrera's still alive. It's just be like, oh, Rodney Dangerfield died. Make God laugh. And they put that on the thing, and you're just like, okay. Make God laugh.
I begged my family to be next to Rodney Dangerfield. Beg.
So these are the dates. Everybody's got a chance to see Sarah Squirm live. And
wait, there's more dates I didn't see, by the way.
Okay. There's more dates. What are the more dates?
The Fringe Festival. I'm doing it.
And now where is that?
In Edinburgh, Scotland. I don't know where that is.
Okay. When is that? Do you know when it is?
I don't care. They can figure it out. Okay.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize, starting to see some of the holes in your marketing strategy here. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
I don't know when it is, but I don't know why nobody's coming to see it.
Because you want to know what I'm trying to do here?
What's that, Sarah Squirm?
I'm trying to fight against the current of social media. Okay? I'm saying you think that, all information should be available to you at the click of a button. Well, guess what? Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe you should have to put a little more work into it.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to see me live.
Yeah.
Maybe go out and find it.
You know what it comes down to? All you're saying is, take a step toward me. You're taking a step toward, you're taking many steps toward them. And you're saying, take one step toward me. Do some.
Michael, put down the phone.
Put down the phone.
Put down the phone.
Now, at a Sarah Squirm concert, a Sarah Squirm comedy concert, if I go to Sarah Squirm comedy concert, do you have those zip bags where I can't take my phone out? You put my phone in a bag all night.
Wish. Considering I'm basically Dave Chappelle with the stuff I'm saying up there. For the listeners at home, Dave Chappelle has his concert goers put their phones in little zip bags.
Yes, they put
because he's saying kind of stuff there.
They put their phone in a little zip bag, and then that way you can't film him when he's doing it. But good news, he does a special every 15 minutes, so you don't have to film it because odds are it will be on Netflix by the time you get home that night.
Will it kill me to have a special? You know what I mean?
It might be time. It might be time for you to finally get that special. And it'll be like, hey, where's your special? I don't know. Well, which is it on like Netflix? Is it on Netflix? What do you want from me? How would I know? That's you. That's you marketing your special. Well, when does it drop? What do you want from me? No, look,
Someone asked me if I had a website the other day, and I was like, "You have got to be kidding me."
Well, you're not building. You don't have your own website.
No.
I think you got.
What do I look like? A vending machine?
Well, look, I want to tell you all about Squarespace. Have you heard about Squarespace, Sarah?
No.
Well, I don't do ads, so I'm not going to talk about Squarespace. That's one for the podcast heads. I like to throw one out for the people that keep it real podcast wise. Now
I got one.
You got one what?
MeUndies. MeUndies, more like you undies.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
There you go. Look, you're playing to the crowd. I love it. Now, Sarah, you have had quite the interesting year, because I'll say this, and don't take this the wrong way. Over the summer, I log on to Twitter. That's right. I got a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Not bragging. And I see a thing saying, "Welcome to Saturday Night Live, Sarah Sherman." And I was just like, oh, that's a good one. She put that up as if she's on the cast. And I was like, wait, no, she's actually on the cast. Because the thing is, it seems like somebody who is as singular as you might not get the call for something as relatively conventional as Saturday Night Live, but you did. And not only did you do it, you showed up and you took over. You did your thing all year long. You showed everybody how you made them bend to your will.
Totally.
Totally.
It was really when I got it. I was like, "There's no way."
So, what was the first audition stuff?
Hilarious.
What was that like? What were the first inklings of you being considered or auditioning or anything like that? What was that?
I did JFL. Like they came, I did the JFL New Faces thing, and I did stand up, and then they just came and saw me do stand up.
Okay.
Just simple as that. And then they saw me do stand up, and they said, "Come on out here, do an audition here at 30 Rock." And I said, "Okay."
So then you auditioned, and do you do like impressions? What did you do?
No, did stand up.
You just did stand up. And did you tell them, did you ever tell them it's like, "Hey, look, I'm not going to talk you out of hiring me for this job, but you should realize there's 18-minute videos of me performing surgery on myself."
You know what's funny? They saw all of it. And they didn't say, "Hey, take this down. Hey, this video you made, like balls sack made of paper mache that gets sliced open and meatballs pour out of it with marinara sauce blood. Hey, take that down." No, they knew.
No,
they knew. Yeah,
they should. Oh, I'm not saying they'd ask you to take it down. I'm saying they wouldn't be just like, "I'm scared of this person potentially."
Totally.
But no, they see you're a decent sort.
And I was making them laugh. What are they going to do?
That's exactly it. Do you want the laughs or do you not want the laughs? That's what you say. Do you want the laughs or do you not want the laughs?
I think people go, "Oh, weird alternative comedy. Oh, it's weird. It's alternative." And I go, "Has he got some jokes in there? Is it really that alternative?" I go, "Alternative to what? Being funny?"
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's being funny.
No, you're being funny. And that's the great equalizer with that stuff is like, you got the goods or do you not got the goods? And last time I checked, you go knocking on Sarah Squirm's door, she's got the goods.
I'm trying hard.
Now, what was that first?
I'm not just sitting there having.
What was that first week like? Were you? Because what was that like? Because you're from Long Island originally. So it was a little bit of a homecoming, I guess, right?
Yeah. My mom was crying. My dad was crying. My grandma was crying. Everyone was crying.
Because now you're
And
doing it.
I was, yeah, and it was all, they loved the show and it was cool. And then I got to the show and everyone was nice and I had friends there. So I was like, oh, this is great.
Now, who's cool up there? Who's cool? Who gets it?
Here's the thing. Everyone goes, oh, SNL is toxic. SNL is competitive. They read all those books from like 1961. Mm-hmm. I go, everybody's nice and everyone's hilarious.
Well, that's good. Look, I'm happy. I'm not rooting against you or Saturday Night. I want you to be the best you can be. And I'm glad you got the job. And it was amazing watching you kill it all year long. It was truly amazing. I was so happy for you.
Oh, my. Well, I obviously, the people that I wrote all the sketches with, like, I wrote all those weekend update pieces with the Please Don't Destroy dudes, mm-hmm. Martin, Ben, and John from the Please Don't Destroy sketch group, and my friend Celeste M, who's also a writer there. And then I wrote like that Meatballs sketch and that sketch where I played Chucky. Mm-hmm. I wrote those with this dude, Dan Bulla, who's a writer there, who's a genius. So every time I did anything on the show that was good, it definitely wasn't even it wasn't even because of me. That was the great part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's a collaborative place. Well, that's exciting. It's kind of like Buca de Beppo, right? A little bit like Buca de Beppo.
Very Buca de Beppo. When you're here, you're family. Buca de Beppo.
I think we're mixing up our chain Italian restaurants. But what do I know? I'm Sicilian.
No, that's it. Well, I'm Jewish, and that's basically Italian, so there you go.
Yeah, I get it. You and I, we're not the waspy types. I'm swarthy, Sarah. I'm swarthy.
And I'm just sweaty.
You're sweaty and swarthy. That sounds like... Oh, we got to walk that over to Lauren. Sweaty and swarthy. So you did it. You got through the year. You got this tour coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What were what were some of the highlights of the year for you as somebody going through this machine for the first time?
The highlights were definitely
the after party at McCormick and Schmick's.
Literally was like the guy that I wrote the meatball sketch with. He called me and was like, hey, do you want to do a sketch where you're like covered in meatballs that are growing off your body and they all are little faces and arms and legs? And I was like, this is the best day of my life. This is the best day of my life. Oh, there's people here who see me for what I am and want to do something with that. That's amazing. Can you believe something like that? That wasn't even my idea. Someone else called me and said, what if you had meatballs growing off your body that sing and eat little pieces of cheese and vomit black bile? Mm-hmm. And I go, say no more. I know.
Yeah.
You've had me at hello. That was a highlight.
Yeah. Yeah, that is it is impressive to watch you get to be you in a form like that, because I'm a fan. You know that.
It's almost like I've been doing comedy for so long.
Yeah.
In a way that is so aggressively antithetical to anything that anyone wants.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing anyone could ever say to me to get me to be. I have been bombing for the past 8 years. There's nothing anyone could say to me to get me to change what I've been doing. It would have been different by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would have made the change already.
Yeah.
But look at it. You said, this is who I am, and then you're where you are. It's very amazing. And now you're going to be playing to these packed clubs.
Totally packed.
Packed out. Look, what do you need? Do you want some cardboard cutouts to fill the empty seats? Do you want seat fillers? What would be your ideal thing if some of these shows are a little light?
What did they do at the Wendy Williams show during COVID? They had like little TVs with audience members on them in the seats.
Oh my God.
That's what I need.
That's what you want. TVs on each seat.
Would it kill you, Tom, to fly out to the Kennedy Center to fucking fill a goddamn seat?
Go. Okay.
Oh
Fine.
my God. Can I not say it? Can I not?
You did. It's fine. So look, we try to keep it clean here, but again, this is comedy 2022, and it's all it's everybody's getting a rise out of the people with the toilet mouth. And
was that my first, or have I been doing it the whole time?
No, that was the first one. Don't worry, it's great. You're doing great. Look, you're a famous person. Okay. You tell me how it is. I'm not a famous person. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. They know who I am when I park my car and I have the ticket in my hand. I feel like I validated when they.
You got your own section in the damn library where your book goes.
What library has? That must be some library if I have my own section in it. Then now I've just switched my stance. I am for the privatizing of libraries now. Sarah, you just flipped me on a key issue. Libraries are not for the public anymore. Private corporations. If that's what they're doing.
And you're telling me the public library doesn't have your book sitting on a table, spread eagle wide open.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the idea of a book being open and managing to refer to it as spread eagle.
Well, you told me to keep it, so.
No, I'm just. So, what's the rest of the thing? Are you coming? Do you know whether you're coming back? You're coming back.
God willing, your lips to God's ears.
You're coming back. Look, I'm tight with what's his face up there, and I'm gonna.
You got any ideas?
I'm gonna make a call.
You got any sketches?
Any sketch ideas for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Here, okay. Cardiff Giant. You play the Cardiff Giant. Like, and you're just kind of like, okay, I'm the Cardiff Giant. Okay, like that. There's an idea.
Okay.
Here's another sketch idea. You open a restaurant. It's like a vegetarian restaurant. Everybody's like, "Oh, how do you make the food so good in this vegan restaurant?" And you go, "Well, here's my secret. I put a little bit of meat in the food." And then they go, "Yep." Right? And then we'll add in like a bar.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll take you a step further.
That'll get you to October.
All right. And I'm gonna beef that one up.
Yeah, you beef it up. Right. You go get the Don't Run Me Over guys to help you out, punch that up. And you guys punch it into the end zone. I met those guys. Those are nice guys. They're nice guys. I met those guys. Did they return? Did they reach back out to me after meeting them? No, they did not. But they're very nice guys. God bless them. I wish nothing but success for all of them. Now tell me, Sarah, about your love of Uncut Gems.
Oh my God. The only Jewish movie ever made.
It's the only one ever made, so it's the first one.
Yes, it's the only one and the last one.
Okay, it's the first and final Jewish movie.
Uh-huh.
Do you feel that it accomplished everything? There's nothing more to accomplish?
Yes, I saw that movie at 10 a.m. in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I was late. I was chugging a black cold brew while running movie because I was late.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a full cold brew to the face, 10 a.m., ran, got to the theater, profusely sweating, and immediately needed to shit. And so I was sitting there profusely sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I mean,
oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Look.
Radio.
Go ahead. Keep going.
And then I was sitting there needing to diarrhea the whole movie, sweating.
Yeah.
And it was very stressful.
Yeah.
And I never once left to go to the bathroom because I said, this is the Jewish experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm experiencing the most Jewish movie ever made while experiencing the most Jewish sensations known to man. Rancid diarrhea, extreme discomfort, and I was schwitzing. And that was a perfect Uncut Gems viewing experience.
That sounds like pretty much they made the movie just for that moment.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. Now, Sarah, the old clock on the wall is telling me that you have another thing you're supposed to be doing, an interview with Comics Unleashed, and you need to go because you are going on Comics Unleashed next, and you're late for that. Is that true?
Totally. I mean, classic me. My schedule is so crazy.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming on the show and telling us all about you and your exciting year. And I'm telling everybody, if you want a good time, if Sarah Squirm is coming to your city, you make sure you don't miss it. If you're in Washington, D.C., June 25th, Portland, you can stand outside and put your ear to the side of the club. Maybe you can hear some vomit sounds or something. Same thing in Seattle, July 16th. Maybe go to StubHub if you're there. July 28th, Houston. July 29th, Austin. August 1st through the 13th, London. September 14th, Zebulon in Los Angeles. Sold out, you told me, right?
Sold out. Don't even try.
Don't even try. And September 15th, San Francisco.
And then at some point, Fringe in Edinburgh. But as you know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't have time to figure out when, where, what. You just have to figure that out on your own.
You just don't have time. I get it.
I don't.
Mm-hmm. Sarah Squirm, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Good night and mazel tov to everybody.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.